Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today's expression, 走街串户. It's not a new speech. It's not a net speak, so to speak, but it is an illustration or explainer of today's net speak, which is Citywalk. Okay, because majority of Chinese, at least in the era I grew up in China, already in school education incorporated English into their curriculum. So majority of college educated students, they know about English. So Citywalk is the original net speak that it made it into a term in the everyday net language to mean it's cost free. You just tour around your neighborhood on foot. And that became a pastime, a major pastime in China, which is explained by this Chinese expression, such a phrase, 走街串户, means that you walk the street, right? So walking on foot, and then 串户, then you can link the doors up by walking across the neighborhood, around the neighborhood, you're able to connect door to door. Okay, so it's made of the foot symbol, which is three-toe foot. We have three-finger hand. We also have three-toe foot. So this is the big toe, pinky, and the rest of the toes connected by the arch or the arc of your toe, the sole of your toe. Okay, again, this is a particular type of foot. It's your right foot because this is your big toe. And just like a right hand is if we use one hand symbol to express something, we use right hand. So I guess as a culture, we by default think majority of people are right side dominated. All right, and then the top is speed walking. You can almost see it visually as somebody's making big strides. Arms swing around and then the head bend forward. So that means somebody is really walking in big strides. Okay, the reason why is like foot itself is not enough. Actually, foot by itself means stop, means non-walking. And so over here, explicitly somebody add this big strides to go together with the foot. It means on foot, you make this big speedy walk. The ancient times, probably this walk, even if in contemporary, it means a generic type of walk. It could be speed walk or slow walk, but apparently Chinese as a culture have various ways to walk. At different speed or at different location, you're supposed to walk differently because of a highly hierarchical society and your behavior expectations are set pretty strict, especially on women, I would imagine back then, right? So this walk, then probably at ancient times means it's quite a speedy walk. But in today's term, we lost that speedy part. It becomes generic walk. 街, again, these are footsteps. You can see it's symmetrical, right? Left and right. That means the footprint you leave on the ground by both feet. Okay, so then you have this left and right thing. And then the middle soil symbol stacking up two sets of soil. So it's two horizontal lines connected by one vertical line. The first horizontal line is the ground level, and then you have something plant growing in there. It's abstracted. It didn't even describe what type of plant, right? And then we have the second horizontal line connected to the tip of this supposedly rooted plant to mean it's the surrounding of the root, which is deduced as the soil. And then we have two layers of soil stacking up, means it's reinforced by not just soil, but the double layered of it. So we have to put some imagination over there. What is street in today's sense? It is kind of a main traveling, kind of a public traveling. It's not your path. It's not your doorway or driveway leading to just one household. It's multiple people using on this same walking space. I would imagine ancient time, most people walk, occasionally horse, occasionally car, right? So the street of here is heavier heavily footed. It has to be heavier equipped, meaning double layer of soil. And the left right means footstep. So you have to walk on this double layered, like double down, right? Double down soil paved road for public traffic. All right, so that's 街 street. 串 visually is simply connecting two circles together by a string. As simple as that. I mean, Chinese. A lot of that, I believe it came from this picture drawing. And then we, through the visual expression of something, it's almost like it's an ancient picture drawing simplify our physical world, which can get quite complicated, right? But sometimes things are not as complicated. And this link concept just shows that. It means some two entities we connected by a string. All right, hu is one panel door. Ancient times, if you're a bigger household, you have double panel door, just like contemporary as well. Double panel door, most people live through single panel door. And this is just the single panel. And we'll imagine this is the hinge side. And then this is the opening, the middle side. And actually, why is it not a full rectangle? I guess that's how ancient Chinese express. Like you have the door frame expressed by basically half of a frame, and then you have this part that actually express the patterns on the top portion of the door panel. Because if you look at a Chinese door, it's obvious that people decorate, like carve, to really sometimes going to extremes of really intricacy of the patterns carved on the top panel of the door, mostly made of wood, is carvable. And that because it's on your eye level. So if you're going to put down your money somewhere to show off to your neighbors, right, who are knocking on that door, looking at the panel, you better put it at the eye level. That all makes sense. So 走街串户 is the explainer of Citywalk. The Citywalk is as is, connected in one word, is Chinese net speak. And we happen to be 走街串户 to explain that. And this is how, like this photo explain that perfectly. Nighttime, as cool outside and as free walking. Chinese like to walk, I guess, a lot more. Because one thing that Chinese, something new, visiting to a foreign country is very few people in this place. When they go outside China, they realize it's not full of people on the streets anymore. So I guess Citywalk as a pastime, as a free workout, and a kind of a go sightseeing of your own neighborhood by on food, that's a very Chinese common practice as a pastime, as a workout, as a social thing. And you have a lot of sightseeing, you have stores around. That's a thing in China. And over here in America, things are not as, I guess it's not walkable. It's not designed. The city was not designed, at least majority part of city. There are like a historical part of city that's like tourist site. Then that's the place where it's walkable. It's full of stores, things like that. But of a usual city layout, you know, people want distance, people want their space. It's a very different setting. So that's one of the major cultural shocks when a Chinese move overseas. There you go, Citywalk. 走街串户. Thank you for your time. See you another day.